data to help predict where and when the next case of blight is likely to happen. Fewer trips means less time wasted, faster cleanups means less money spent, and preventing future cases means less effort needed. And this is all in the name of efficiency.
And so we're pleased to present a short demo of our Tiger Eye application, which includes automatic blight analysis, triage, and prediction. The user begins by uploading an image of a case of decay or blight, and this image is passed over to our vision models, which analyze it automatically. And so you'll see for this image, it classified it as a case of illegal dumping and substandard structure. The user is free to submit a report as is. This is a speedy 2-step process, much faster than the 8-step process with 311 Memphis. And what you'll notice here is we actually have the map of Memphis segmented into over 200 individual neighborhoods. One of the big things we've heard this weekend is the need for more granular data beyond just zip codes. So we decided to build a neighborhood assignment system that automatically detects what neighborhood a property is located in. Now, moving on to the map interface, here the user is able to see over 7,000 cases of blight in Memphis from the past 9 years. And we use this data to train a simple regression model to predict the 4 neighborhoods most likely to see the greatest intensity of blight, as well as the category of that blight. This kind of forecasting helps the city stay prepared and allows it to allocate resources in advance and possibly even stop budding cases of blight before they grow. One thing you'll notice is after a user files a report, our triage algorithm automatically assigns an urgency tier from A all the way to E, depending on the various factors, like the category of the blight, the recency, the address, and the neighborhood. So for example, a case of structural decay from a house fire would get much higher urgency than a minor case of graffiti.
Okay, cool. We've already taken an 8-step process down to just 2. What if we take it further? What if we take it to 0?
And so we did. We collected dashcam footage of various neighborhoods in Memphis and trained a separate vision model to detect blight from dashcam footage. And what you're seeing right now is our vision models automatically recognizing blight from the video feed and highlighting it. And so this kind of technology would allow blight reports to be filed automatically without any effort of a human in any way. And key to this implementation is the fact that Memphis Public Works already has a massive fleet of vehicles equipped with, guess what, dash cams. So the physical infrastructure, the cameras, they're already there. It's just untapped potential. We believe the future of blight management will be lean, automated, and benefit every segment of Shelby County, from residents to public services to city government. So across the board, from save time to save money to saved effort, Tiger Eye is redefining what efficiency looks like in local government. And this is our tech stack for anyone interested in the behind the scenes. And that's all. Thank you for your time.
Good morning. We are Blight Ops. We took on the challenge of addressing blight through the lens of restoring hope with our citizens by creating smarter data for stronger neighborhoods. Go to the next one. So what we found when we analyzed the data that was available was that currently through the 311 system, there is an overload of information where we saw over 200,000 recent tickets in the last year, but it was hard to identify what core areas we need to focus in on. It really came down to 47 priority locations. We found that we were working from a lens of being purely reactive and that there were violators that were repeated and we weren't necessarily tackling them comprehensively. So we have taken the approach of addressing the solution in a 2-phase manner. First, we want to transform the data. How we're collecting information today is either through phone calls or through a regular form. We wanted to take a simple approach, which was quickly implementable, that you can make changes today, low cost, high impact. Let's fix the form that's on 311, what we're collecting through the phone calls or what people are actually submitting through the website. We wanted to make sure that the questions were targeted based on the citizens of Memphis, their level of literacy and understanding, being able to give us good data. Because what we know is bad data in is bad data out. So you won't get good metrics if you don't collect good information from the citizens. The second approach is to enhance the analytics. what we saw that was available, we had great images, but we didn't have things that were actionable. We didn't have information that prompted leaders to take action and put the right resources in the right places to resolve our issues faster. So we've come up with some drill down analysis, and we're going to go through a couple of wireframes in a moment. But what we want to show was in the current intake process, it's a lot of free text form. People are putting in any kind of information. It doesn't necessarily translate into data that's reportable. So what we wanted to do was reinforce the data, put rules on the forms, ensuring that people were making quantifiable selections so that we could prioritize on the back end. We also want to implement AI imagery, like what we just saw from the previous team, ensuring that we can collect information, not just to identify what we're seeing, but what types of resources will be needed, ensuring crews arrive with the appropriate equipment and they're able to get things done faster. Also, being able to tie this back to resource allocations, because we know we have limited budgets, but we have to close the gap between what we have and what we can leverage from the community, like the program that we heard about on Friday, giving volunteers the opportunity to close that gap.
And here we have the Blight Ops dashboard. This dashboard cuts through the noise. The current 311 dashboard is cluttered, and it doesn't provide a easy visual to figure out where we need to deploy teams to fix blight issues. So as you can see, this dashboard, you have a clear visual hierarchy. Top left, you have 47. So 47 is critical. Critical means it has a score of 90 to 100. That 47, that's your action list for today. Interactive Memphis map shows where to focus your resources. And if you click on any property in the priority action queue, it drills down to get a complete story. You can see how many violations they had within the past 90 days, the property owner, are they responsive when we try to reach out to them? And it also has a violation history, and it will tell you if there is a chance of a violation again within the next 30 to 90 days. And the good thing about this solution is it's built in Power BI, which the City of Memphis already has licensing for. Blight Ops just adds the missing piece, which is intelligent prioritization. Together, they form a complete ecosystem. Thank you.
Thank you.
Our team is high-low. Our project name is Inspectors AI Gadget.
This is something y'all can scan if you want. It's a live demo. Our app's already in production. And I'm Yuki, AI API Web. I'm also security as well.
Right.
Megan Carr for data.
I'm Ray Lumumba. I did backend and
I'm Charles Plowman. I did back-end and infrastructure work.
My name's Ayana Smith. I did front end and design.
So when we were thinking about blight problem in a whole, there was two problems that we kind of came up with that we wanted to address. The first one being case enforcement has no method to prioritize cases or plan efficient routes, wasted time, redundant travel, and uneven resource allocation. The second being residents should be able to report blight quickly and easily, simplify the reporting experience to empower citizens to better their community.
Okay, and our goal was to give code enforcement inspectors an AI assistant that delivers fast, data-driven, context-aware recommendations to reduce triage time and to improve field visits.
We built basically a modular AI system. I stress that modular because we wanted to design it where other services can plug into it, such as 201 and even Tiger Eye and other projects could probably plug into it using MCP servers. And our tech stack is there too, basically React front-end, Python, this specific reason, but it can always be flexible. And we did use AI as a pair program. I don't recommend using it in the real world as that can pose abilities. And in the real world, we're following secure DevOps. And here's a demo.
Okay, so this kind of shows the design. We have both a page for the inspectors and the citizens. And now we're going into our conversation.
Hi, my name is Presley, a Memphis City AI assistant. How can I help you?
Which zip code had the most violations last month?
I'll help you find out which zip code had the most violations last month. Let me search for service requests from the past 30 days and analyze the data. Based on analyzing the service request from the past 30 days, I can tell you that zip code 38114 had the most violations last month. This area showed a high concentration of code enforcement issues, garbage collection requests, and various property-related violations. The data shows significant activity in this zip code compared to others in the Memphis area during this period.
Thanks, that is all.
You're welcome. If you need any assistance with blight enforcement or community issues in the future, feel free to reach out. Have a great day.
That are contributing to us. For the app, we are also data. For example, the inspectors will be on site, interact with the AI, and then severity ratings of various types, for example, concentration of other blight issues in that area, safety issues, and speed of resolution all be rated so they can ties, as you saw with the stoplight coding left side up there. Then we'll go to adaptive phase of obviously interacting with inspectors, finding out who that's most appropriate, also doing analytics. And finally, we are looking at some community aspects of defining what services help with those. And they address some of the neighborhood definitions.
We'd like to preface that they did use 11 labs for.
Hello, my name is Nima. I'm an engineering student, and my role in the project was to develop the algorithm.
I'm Jack Siegerman. I'm a major of computer science at Rhodes College, and I handled all the data.
And my name is Cardi Baum, also a computer science major at Rhodes College, and I created the front end. Our project is Blight Predictor. Memphis has an enormous amount of data sets, from police reports to eviction filings to historical blight records. We know where blight has happened, but the issue is we don't have a way to predict where it is going to happen. Because of this, the city allocates resources reactively instead of proactively. We need to create a better system, and to do that, we need to connect all of this data to reveal blight patterns that were previously invisible.
Our goal is simple: turn disconnected events into early warnings and early warnings to actionable priorities. To get there, we approach the problem from 3 steps. Unconnected events. Individually, an eviction, police incidents, or minor violations, they appear unrelated when seen in isolation. However, we created a search algorithm which can go through these random appearing incidences and compare them to the progression of blight and show how they are connected and how we can predict how blight evolves. Our scope focuses on 4 neighborhoods within the city of Memphis. We looked at code enforcement requests to give us an idea of how blight progresses through the year 2022. Then we take eviction filings by neighborhoods and police incidents, which we divided into crime categories. We take these categories and the eviction data and we upload it into our search algorithm, which then iteratively goes through and compares the correlation between each parameter and over 5 million different combinations of the parameters to find what best will let us predict the evolution of blight.
So what does this mean? Here we've constructed a map showcasing future predicted blight in the city of Memphis, with neighborhoods being deeper red indicating more blight. Clicking on one of these high-risk neighborhoods, we can see how we get a detailed description of how we know that it will be more blight in this neighborhood, with a detailed graph showcasing this based off of our data. So according to our algorithm, our blue line, our predictor data, shows how data like robbery, homicide, and fraud can lead to an uptick in blight. This was real data in the year of 2022, and it showcases how that uptick in our predictors led to an uptick in blight. Clicking on another neighborhood, we can see that this is still the case. We can use this data to preemptively deal with our blight issues before it even happens.
So our algorithm right now is really strong, but we need to make it actually impact the city of Memphis. And there's a couple of steps we can take to make sure that happens. First of all, like I said, we have an enormous amount of data. So expanding the backbone of our data set is very crucial to making our algorithm richer, reduce false negatives, and just creating a better system of predicting blight. Secondly, obviously, the issue is the prediction. So we create short-term forecasts based on our algorithm. We can use these forecasts to find out for each neighborhood where is blight most likely to happen within a recent amount of time. And we can use this for the city to reroute buses and dumpsters to go to that area and pick up the blight, solve the problem. And there is a deeper root cause of blight always. And as we add more data and data sets into our algorithm, we'll figure out what is actually causing the blight. And identifying those issues and looking at them from a root cause indirectly reduces blight. And that is our project.
Here we go. Hey guys, so our team name is M3, Making Memphis Marvelous. And our call to action is make reporting blight as easy as posting a photo. So, current problem, blight data analytics. Currently, we have underreported blight instances inconsistently tracked. We've been told that there's blank trips, so someone from code enforcement might go out and what they were told was there wasn't there, and they'd have to close that ticket out. And we were also told that there are specific high-risk areas of apartments, rental housing, and small business, those areas, right? So what we wanted to do, Memphis needs accurate real-time data to allocate resources effectively. So our goal, we want to engage our residents, improve data quality, and support predictive analytics for the city of Memphis. I'm going to pass it to our developers.
Yep. Hey guys, my name is Long. I'm the backend developer. So to classify instances of blight takes a while right now with the manual layer. People have to call in those instances. People have to process those, write it into tickets. And so our solution was just to feed it to an object detection model. So we used like Yellow V11 as a pre-trained model, and I fine-tuned it based on data that we I think Kira from Innovate Memphis. Yeah, she provided like pictures from Hyde Park neighborhood. Yeah. And so we just scraped the photos themselves, but they're not labeled. So we had to go and manually label them on RoboFlow just for now. Just to have it was a slight time investment, about 3 or 4 hours for 800 data points. But we were able to, and also for the purposes of this hackathon, we could only choose 2 labels because we don't have the compute. So we chose boarded up windows and we chose junky yards. So yards that have junk on them. And
Do you want to show our prototype?
Yeah,
it's actually working. I'm pretty proud of it.
See if I can drag it over. This image data in the future would be this app that on our front end.
Yeah. We created this, we want it to like, I guess, let's say gamify the collection of data. So we want it like users, just like the people of Memphis, if they're out and about, they can snap a photo of the actual like blight or whatever, and they will send to the back end, and then it will on his like AI bottle, it will tag it. It'll like say that it's like a light or anything, and then it will also we've also captured the location, like the longitude latitude of the data, so we have more data to like strengthen and update the like the heat map and stuff like that to make it more accurate.
Where it's running on using Fast API and Uvicorn, so it's just like a simple HTTP server we didn't really deploy. But this is writing to this folder of detections and no detections. So we check out the no detections. They're pretty. That looks kind of. Well, we don't see boarded up windows, and the yard is not super junk. This one's like these are pretty decent. Okay, not that one. So, but the detections. Let's take a look. All right, so we have the threshold for confidence at 50%, but that looks like a junky yard to me, and that was a lot faster processing all those data points as opposed to people having to do the hard work of calling in and And then the city has to figure out, are they actually reporting it under the right category? Are they doing it their due diligence as citizens?
I want to say we did 100 images in 10 seconds. Was that correct? It's pretty quick.
Yeah.
So that's
there's
just to
some
say the
metrics right
power
here.
of this model that we're working on.
Yeah. Nice. Just running on the edge.
Yeah.
But let's continue with our PowerPoint. We have some UI mockups that Albert did.
Time's up. All right. Thanks, guys.
Thanks so much.
Hello everyone, we are Team Civic Blue. Our idea is to solve the problem of blight in Memphis, and this is our team members.
Hi, I'm Jennifer Featherston. I did data analysis and JS mapping.
Adam Featherston. I was here for moral support.
I did try to develop and do the front end. I'm Taslim.
Aaron, and I did the wireframes.
Yes, so this is the current problem of Memphis looks like in blight, and we all know we see it every day. One of the things we try to analyze first is the data that we have using the City of Memphis Data Hub, and like this is the spot we are right now currently living, like Spotswood Avenue, Park Avenue, like right now near our surroundings, and we try to analyze the service requests from the existing data set, and it looks messy, and it weighs on the City of Memphis to clear all this, and we do not have enough resources to handle all the requests right now. So we try to take little in our hands to solve this. This is probably the one of the cycle that's happening right now because people are more distant than ever and negligence, and that causes eventually to blight. This is one of the guys who is complaining about blight, like any of all of us. People often wait to see if others will take action. So this is the time we try to take action and solve this. The problem and the solution. There is no enough functionalities to solve all the requests raised, and also the solution would be to together come as a community to solve the problem and to reduce what we are currently facing and to make Memphis safer and cleaner. And this is how we hope it would break the cycle with connection and revitalization. And hopefully Memphis will bloom better than ever. And this is our demo website. This is how it looks like, and this is how it looks like. And right now we try to gamify the experience for the users. Any user can volunteer to log in, make a profile of themselves anonymous, or you can give your details and report if something is um, something that needs to be taken action of, something that needs to be, if they want to volunteer, if they want to meet up with people for a cleanup days. We try to keep the option of earning rewards and have fun with the experience of cleaning and trying to report the city. We right now connected it to a meetup app so that people can schedule it, and reporting it to city. We tried to navigate people to reporting it to city and where the existing site helps them, and also the community map where they can go to the where they can see the existing go ahead. Where they can see the existing map and the areas of whatever they want to pin drop using, like the leaf suggests the weed cutting and the garbage problem and the empty house. Assume the house is empty, empty house problem or whatever. I would let Adam to take over.
So when it comes to the other map, this map is really clean. It tells you exactly what's wrong with the area. So you have a dot you have to click on, see what's wrong. You get a good snapshot of what exactly you need to do. And one thing that makes us different is we provide the stewardship for the community to handle the problem instead of code enforcement making it negative, making it a positive thing where you could have we have like maybe sponsorships through different local businesses that could sponsor the job, and then everybody can come together and clean it up, and then they would get a little like a coupon or something that could incentivize them to come together and clean up their own community instead of relying on bureaucracy to kick in. kind of the idea.
Yeah, and on our site, you can also see that we have set up some places where local businesses could also get involved. So right now it's a placeholder, but in the future this could be something where they would offer a QR code or something like that so that the community could engage in that way.
Yep, and then so that, and also you can have, we're gonna gamifying it by having different neighborhoods have get points, and whoever has the most points gets like a pizza party or something.
Alrighty. Good morning, everyone. My name is Kennedy Stewart, and we are Lorium Ipsum Generator. And so the challenge that we chose is challenge number 2, which is connecting 211 to the 901. Now, you may be wondering, what is 211? Now, before I just give you like a factual description, I'm going to ask you to imagine for a second that you got the call. Whatever the call may be for you, whether it's something valuable like your housing, your health, your food, just imagine you got that call and imagine what you would do. Now, for other people, and mostly for you, that would be to call 211. 211 is a free confidential service that connects resources to citizens, particularly those of the people of Memphis. Now, while 211 is a great resource, there are some gaps.
So in the 211 offers community resources for the database. And so right now, organizations have to provide their information to City of Memphis administration in order to update that information. And so it's not in this way that they have to contact them via email or phone, and they have to contact them over and over again in order to get this info accurate to Memphians. And another aspect is that the website that hosts all the community resources is very cluttered. There's over 7,000 resources available to Memphians, but it's very difficult to list all of those. So in the current website, we have these categories of basic needs. And for example, the education category has 3 bullet points. Those 3 bullet points also have tens of organizations listed under them. It can be daunting for users to sift through those organizations and find the right resource for them. And so our solution is to make a web app that has dynamic resource matching, automatic personalized suggestions, direct updates for organization information, and resource tracking and reminder alerts.
Awesome. And so the way we accomplish our mission is by using 3 different dashboards. The first one will be the user dashboard. That's what I'm going over. That is our central hub for all the resources they may use. One of the biggest things we do currently is that when users call 211, they typically have a story or something that happened that led them to where they are, and they typically spend a lot of time breaking down just what the problem is and what they need. Now, our user profile allows users to break that down when they first initially get into the app, right? And they're going to be able to choose, I need food, I need childcare. They can choose one or they can choose many, right? And sometimes it's not just as simple as a category. So they're also able to provide a message along with their profile about what exactly they need at that time. It allows them to tell their story and only tell it once. Second, we do have the same amount of resources as on the 211 page. However, we did add a search bar, so those resources are still available to them, but it doesn't crowd them when they first interact with the page. They're also able to favorite a page. So if a resource really worked for them and they know that this food bank has something that they're able to use, whether it's just Sunday dinner or maybe it's a special treat, they're also able to report. After speaking with the 211 representatives, we're able to learn that a lot of the time, the different problems may be outside. There may be a for sale signs. Their hours have changed. This allows users to report there's been an abnormality in the business. Lastly, we have our filter. Now, this is what we're most proud of this stuff because when you interact with the 211 website, there's so, like you said, there's so many drop down menus that you're not able to just directly get what you're looking for. And this allows you to filter through it. So once you click on I need food or I need housing, it'll give you a subcategory that you can also tap on. The language is simple, so it's for everyone to understand.
We also have for organizations a little business card template they can fill out their information. They can click the categories that they provide for different services. And once they cite their card, they can be reviewed by an administrator and be able to be saved and viewed by users.
There's also a admin portal. Lincoln personnel could view requests, user reports, analytics, things like this. Our next steps would be to add more analytics.
This does currently work. We are able to get it on our phone. It isn't currently hosted, but you can utilize it.
Thank you.
All right. Once again, how are you guys doing today? So I've had this fun time this weekend over here exploring. And so I wanted to try to tackle the issue number 2 with 211. One of the pain points is residents are nervous because they don't know if they can get the resources they need when they need it. And the City of Memphis staff is inundated with a bunch of calls, so they can't give the customer service that they want. So me and Bill AI, we wanted to work this weekend to try to tackle that problem. So now, if you look here, Bill AI, it allows you to do up to 3 different languages. So it supports Spanish and Arabic as well. It also allows you to be able to click on those icons to get the direct numbers to 211, 311, and if for some reason, call 911 through your device. So let's go here. You're driving, you hit a pothole. Bill AI can help you with that. Go to the site, add on that picture. It just image optimization. Now he's searching, using that image to come up with some relevant information, which he will be spitting out soon. You also have the option to click on an emoji if you want to show some expression as well. So now you get this lovely resources. It also has smart link redirecting based on keywords. So it's not only going to give you information, it's also going to give you up to 5 relevant pages based off of 211, 311 meta, and also the parks of resources here. Poor connectivities. You can't open the website. Let Bill help you. It now has text messaging in here using Twilio as the framework for that. But now you can text them if for some reason you can't get access to the website. Once again, let Bill help you. You can't type your need, but you still need that. Let Bill
$500 for rent
does voice and
assistance.
web communication.
I'm so glad you reached out to us for help with your rent assistance needs. I'd be happy to support you in getting the $500 you need. Before we dive in, can you tell me a bit more about your situation? Have you already applied for any programs or services that might provide some relief? Also, just to let you know, our taxpayer assistance programs are available to help residents.
You want to let the team off early for the holidays. Let Bill help you. The magic under the hood is we got a weekly data scrubber that currently scrubs 4 sites, which is 311, 211, the parks, and the meta transfer. And what is happening is it pulls its information. It can scrub up to 100 pages and go as far as 4 levels deep. That is then getting pushed into our database, and then my local LM is training off of that to be able to give the resources they need. The great thing about this, it's scalable. You can add more sites to this so that it can even provide even more service to the city. Here is my architecture. Next.js for the front end, using Axios for requests. My locals and Llama, I'm using Hugging Face for that images classification, containerizing my local LLM, using Neon currently, and currently using Railway to deploy my Llama and Vercel for my front end. But what I'm really excited about this is, as of today, it's only cost about $67 a month to use Bill AI. 17 to get the domain, 25 for getting the pro version of Railway and the pro version of Neon. Bill isn't just a chat box. I wanted to really be a bridge to build a community. Bill and I can't wait to start helping. Thank you.
All right. Hi. Nice to meet everybody. We were going to cover 211, reimagining that, just making sure our resources are in the hands where they're supposed to be. So we are the Automates, and we are resources reimagined for Memphis. We're building tools that think ahead. So our solution has a problem. Right now, currently, 25% of Memphis is below poverty, although 30% of our aid programs are going unused. And unfortunately, because of that unclaimed utility aid, we will be able to feed more households as well as decrease unemployment and make our calls more effective if we had a better website and landing page. So the Automates assembled. We tackled three core problems for our project. We went with accessibility. We created a chatbot that uses agentic AI and feedback loops to provide a tailored user flow as well as extra accessibility features on our landing page. We also wanted to target visibility. Our visibility would be to increase our SEO as well as maybe implementing some type of landing page that would be able to get through Google, and as well as a refresh page on descriptions for clarity for when people are searching for it. And we also tackled the adaptability of our site. So we wanted to create an admin site that automated things so that we could do automated weekly updates of the data, self-adjusting admin tools, as well as a dynamic resource integration. So, how do we do it? And instead of going through all of it, I'm going to just do this for time wise. We did create this chatbot here. So, the chatbot uses all of the data sets that were provided to us, and it also leverages 11 labs to talk to people if they prefer that method. You could either come in and say that you wanted to tell about yourself to get suggestions, or you could come and tell what's going on to get suggestions from your zip code. It is tailored towards zip code, so it would then go through the data to go through that. And we also reorganized all of the information so that there's a little bit of clarity on what each section means, as well as organizing it by topic and category.
Right, so I'm going to do a live demo now of the admin automation process. So one other key important thing to push out accurate resources is to verify that these resources are open and they're up and running for these citizens to access. So this is the admin automation page. This is where we'll verify that every single resource is accurate, is up to date, and running. So I'm an admin, go in here. I log in, we're at the home page now. So what we're going to do now is we're going to check that the resources that we have in an Excel file is up and running. And what we're doing, we're using APIs to check the numbers. We're also using Google API, Google Geo location, and Google Places API to make sure that the businesses are open and that their Google hours on Google business profiles are up and running and they're accurate. We're also checking the phone numbers as well using Twilio API just to check if it's accurate. Oh, sorry. And yeah, it's running in real time. So instead of taking 40 hours to verify all of these information and to call these places and check their websites, we're actually checking for you. So we're also checking the HTTP access as well to make sure that the websites are actually open.
Oh,
all right. So it's loaded. So now you can see there that our app is working, and we see now that Hope House Memphis, their website needs to review. The website is unreachable. So we don't want to have like one citizen going on trying to get Hope House and it's unreachable. So this is now telling our admin, okay, we need to review the Excel file and also review.
We're at the time. Thank you.
Afternoon, judges and fellow innovators. We're Memphis AI 5, and we're presenting City Connect, an AI-powered 24/7 resource navigation tool for Memphis residents. Our mission is very simple, to ensure that no resident is left behind in trying to access their local resources. Let me begin by telling you a story about Lynn, a Vietnamese resident who stays in Memphis, and she's trying to access local resources to the food pantries here. She only speaks Vietnamese, but most resources are in English, so she calls around, struggles, and after hours of trying, she gives up. The help exists, but Lynn can't reach it. It's not that she doesn't want to reach it, but that the system wasn't created for her. According to statistics, Memphians struggle. Reaching out and getting help isn't easy. Over 30,000 Memphians struggle to get the help they need because of a language barrier. Our resource isn't just listing resources. It's about guiding them and anticipating their needs. So we'll push and predict, showing them local area needs by showing based off of their time, location, and seasonal triggers, as well as built-in accessibility with voice input and text to speech. So it doesn't matter if you're young, old, or non-English speaking. Our app will get you the help you need. This problem isn't about convenience, it's about accessibility, equity, and bridging the gap between the limitation of culture and language so that all Memphians get the help they need. So let me introduce City Connect.
Good morning. So our solution, City Connect, is an interactive AI chatbot where our residents can simply ask for help in their plain language, such as I need food for my family or where can I get rental assistance. This is a chatbot that understands the request. It researches the resource databases like 211 and our nonprofit data sets and instantly provides best matches, locations, contact info, and next steps. Our minimum viable product has a backend that uses things like Fast API, Python, a vector database, and uses the Llama interface with the Llama 2 model. In this demonstration, we have already integrated Memphis datasets like local food pantries, shelters, and educational resources. And this is a system designed to scale to more categories. So let's take a look at our video for this model. Here's the play. So we can see that we have our home page. You can see that it has the start button as well as the browse resources to find other 211 resources. We have a multi-translingual translation for support of English, Spanish, and Vietnamese, a toggle for dark mode, as well as quick access is the service. In our chat dialog page, we have easy to use common resources button, as well as a results personalization filters for your zip code, your age, your accessibility features, as well as voice input. Now, knowing that a lot of our citizens do not have physical devices like computers and desktops on us, we have to have phone. We have to have our ability to use the app on phones. So I'm about to show you our video that shows our mobile app. So going back to our person Lynn, our person who is Vietnamese, she can actually use this app on mobile to change the chat, in which we'll eventually see that you can change the language again to Vietnamese. She can then start the chat and then find the local food near her. The chatbot will then retrieve and output the best matching food bank and pantry. It'll emphasize the location of the client and find the nearest resources and eligibility. There's also a report button that if a mistake is made, it can be used to report that to verify incorrect information. This is a product that matters because of its ability to reach out to Memphians of many different cultural and financial backgrounds, like our person Lynn, and it will enable them to access reliable assistance at any time and any place. This is an efficient and scalable product that can be used to reach out to more than just those more than 30,000 Memphians that suffer from language barriers, but our entire city. Through our team's combined abilities to organize, design, prototype, and test our demo and wireframes with various AI tools and design methodologies, we a team of students from the University of Memphis were able to collaborate and create a product that connect all of Memphis to the right resources at the right time, every time. Thank you.
All right. Yeah, Memphis has information, but not interaction. Access exists, but connection is missing. Hi, everyone. My name is Cynthia Keeley Wilson, and I have a double finance degree in MS in accounting. And I operate as a fractional CFO for Show Up and Shaw Cash Flows and a vision architect with Cash Flow Compass Labs Inc. That's a little bit about my background. But our app here was born from the idea of Memphis' own Grind City. Welcome to Civic Think Memphis, where technology meets the pulse of the city. And when you, well, sorry, as you see here, we have our live chat. Every message syncs into the Civic Sync system, keeping people, partners, and the updates in one flow. And also, we have our AI live resource number with no hold music, no hands off, just real help on demand, and it is live.
Take the call.
You looking for food pantry?
Yes.
Before I find the right food pantries, could you please specify the state and city you're interested in?
Thank you.
Memphis, Tennessee.
And what state is that in?
Tennessee. Thank
Okay. So you see, we have our live 24/7 AI agent. And here we have the Civic Sync is actually an app as well. So it's an hub and an app. And from our webpage, we have the assets here to join or download. And this goes into, and now this is the Civic Hub. This is where Memphis connects in real time. Civic Sync turns static city data into living participation powered by our intelligence reward logic and live partner integration that's already integrated in the platform. And here's an example that we do have here. Civic missions. Here's today's mission of the day. Every check-in keeps Memphis Pulse steady, one hub, one update at a time. So we have a mission here, and the task is for a person to visit a neighborhood or resource in a hub to confirm its hours and give us an update about the resource. And you can see here we have an example that says in progress. And every mission leads to the feedback loop. Residents post what they see, photos, videos, or quick notes. The system verifies each update, timestamp, geotag, and sync, so city partners can confirm it. And then you can see here where Civic Sync, someone said, oh, I updated a pantry on Lamar. And we have here a response from Civic Sync saying, thank you for reporting. This entry has been flagged. And this is where the loop closes at our this is where the loop closes in our private channel. City agencies, libraries, and nonprofits verify updates flagged by the residents. And this is an example here from Civic Sync, a new report from the feedback loop. And then we have here an example of City Memphis update received. Team will review the report. Okay. So then here we have additional channels in the hub. So we have our resource line, 24/7 live, 24/7 line for crises, and we have a few little need someone to talk to, domestic hotlines, and also within this, they can actually chat and send requests and video chats from the app as well. And then we have our pantry sink, and we have our hearth haven, and then within that we have our our learning. And our learning here, this is where Memphis grows and the need to this is where Memphis grows and so does the need. So the Civic Sync bridges the residents and government, giving them verification and eligibility requirements.
courses that they can go through on their own. And then at the heart of this, we have our last channel, the Grind City Exchange. Memphis runs on conversation, and most residents don't want to be. Residents wants to be heard. They want to know someone's listening. So this is a space, a living neighborhood for City Feed, where people share what's happening in their lives. City and its citizen partners. Whew.
Hello. Good afternoon. This is Shri. I'm calling 211. Are you guys confirm me if females are allowed for the XYZ shelter? Really? But the 211 website says so. Or do you want to call and confirm the agency and call me back again? Oh, okay. This is not a made up story. And this happens every time when there is one record that's outdated in the 211 directory. So here we come up with an agency verification solution, Accurate 211, presented by HackMemphis. So this is the current process. 211 currently is a bridge between the citizens, the residents, and the resources. But the bridge is really built on the constant data maintenance. And the current directory includes thousands of agencies, counties, and nonprofit thing. So Vision Link is the current system that powers the 211 system for the city of Memphis, but the data accuracy still relies on the manual verification. And the staff must manually verify each record, calling them, emailing them, and checking their eligibility criteria, phone numbers, and addresses. So the goal of our project is to get right data at right time, which gives the real impact. And the challenge here is keep resource directories current. For the staff, it's not just a data work calling the agencies to confirm the verification, but it's a marathon of phone calls, spreadsheets, and emails. So it is just a repetitive task which takes them so many weeks. If they verified one batch of the information, the other batch would have information would have already been changed. So it delays between the verification cycles, and it's difficult to keep up with the constant changes. And for other side, it delays the access of services to the residents, which causes frustrated because it's not just an error on the screen, but it might be a mother giving up after just a disconnected call. So this is our problem where data can't keep up with both the staff and residents. They lose valuable time, which is very needed in the most needed times. And this is our proposed solution, Accurate 211. This is like basically a smart verification assistant that helps Memphis 211 staff maintain correct and accurate agency information automatically and continuously. So the first would be the address validation, which happens through a Google Maps API. And the second would be website status check, which test if the website is active or forbidden to make sure the agency is running well. Otherwise, after 5 to 6 attempts, so the 211 can make it suspended. And the third one is AI caller, which is really very important for us to verify the information. And this is done through 11 Labs. I'll let Matt take over it.
All right, so this is our current implementation of Accurate 211. So users will export data from current database, which is a Vision Link, and then this will be uploaded to our platform. So we start our process of checking all the agencies that have been checked in, and we're checking for address, website verification. And you can see we've confirmed that the address has been verified. We've checked the website for information like eligibility criteria, as well as contact information. And a really cool thing we're doing is we're actually making a phone call to the agency, and using 11 Labs, we are asking them for information.
3rd Street, Memphis, Tennessee.
All right, and after we confirm that, we can see excuse me. Yeah, we can see a trail of the conversation that can be reviewed. And lastly, we do have a take action where you can ask the agent if you wanted to find out any more information.
So why exactly is Accurate 211 stands out? Because it's not another tool. It integrates with the Vision Link, the current system, and it doesn't replaces the staff. It strengthens their work, and it's data-driven insights for decision makers, and it really brings the impact for the Memphis residents. And these are the competitors for us, and the Accurate 211 stands out with all the competitors. Thank you very much.
We are for Memphis, and this is starting with
Accurate
Accurate
211.
211.
Thank you.
Thank you.
My name is Blake, and this is
Rahul, and
We
we're
are
90 What, and this is Civic Source, an AI-powered platform built to help Memphis's 130,000 small businesses to find, qualify for, and win government contracts at lightning speed. Because when small local businesses win, Memphis wins, and that's the kind of hometown stimulus that money can't buy. Every year, over $41 million in city contracts bleed out of Memphis, handed to out-of-state companies. That money is leaving our community instead of fueling local jobs, paying local workers, and strengthening neighborhoods. Here's how our community is affected. Going with an out-of-state contractor provides no local impact or benefit to our community. Why? Because the system is slow, confusing, and intimidating. Local businesses seemingly go invisible and are overrun by big corporations who aren't local. Vendor approvals drags for weeks, opportunities are buried, and taxpayers have no idea where their dollars are going. But if you were to contract with a local vendor, we are fueling the Memphis economy and doubling the economic impact of Memphis. And this is where Civic Source steps in. It's not just a government tool, it's a small business empowerment engine. Here's the play. AI automatically connects you with real local vendors and with real business needs. Our Civic Helper answers questions like, how do I bid or am I qualified instantly? And a live dashboard shows how many contracts, jobs, and dollars stay right here in Memphis. It's a closed loop system that turns bureaucracy into momentum. So let's say that I'm Memphis Parks Department and I need landscaping for Overton Park. I submit a quick request, and within seconds, Civic Source searches live data from Yelp API, Google Places API, and Rapid API to find the perfect local vendor. And boom, we have Ordaz Lawn and Landscaping Services, 5 stars and a proven track record. I hit notify, and instantly that business gets the opportunity in their portal. That's AI matchmaking. Memphis businesses meet Memphis talent. And as you can see, Civic Source is finding real vendors in the area. Now let's say I'm the business that got a notification. I open my portal and I ask the AI for help. How do I price this? What paperwork do I need? Or how do I make my proposal stand out? And it answers instantly, breaking down complex RFPs into simple step-by-step guidance, like having a personal procurement coach powered by Gemini Flash in your pocket 24/7. Businesses can compare how much they are impacting Memphis by comparing how many jobs they just are creating using a local vendor rather than an out-of-state contractor. Now let's say we're looking for a web developer. You simply submit a quick request.
So if a local business here in Memphis is looking for a web developer, they're starting out and they want to find a local company who builds and maintain websites, they would simply come to our app and they would submit a request. So they'd be looking for someone in the web dev department and they would title this, and this would notify the local businesses in the area of what they're looking for. So we are looking for a web dev who will, or we'll just title it web dev. And then in the description, someone who will build and maintain our company website. And we're going to put that in the IT department. We're going to post and find our vendors. And boom, these are all local businesses right here in Memphis.
In minutes, Civic Source turned one post into real local connections, cutting procurement time from 6 weeks to 1 week and keeping every dollar inside our community. And the community impact dashboard tracks it all: contracts awarded, jobs created, and local dollars staying at home. Transparency meets transformation. Why we're different? Because this isn't just another app, it's a movement. Our idea civic source doesn't replace people, it empowers them. We're giving small businesses a fair shot and taxpayers the clarity they deserve, keeping $41 million in Memphis neighborhoods, in Memphis jobs, and in Memphis dreams. I know what, and we're building the future of civic engagement one contract at a time. Thank you. Thank you.
This is Event Spark by Extra M. So what are some of the key challenges for Memphis event entrepreneurs? Discovering, creating, and signing up for events, filling out proper legal documentation and making sure businesses and vendors are under compliance, having accurate metrics on events so that you know if an event is worth your time attending as a vendor, and then finding temporary staffing for these events, or if you're a vendor there and you know it's going to be busy and you need some extra help, then you could find some temporary worker. The solution, Event Spark Memphis, an all-in-one Memphis event discovery and management platform with a focus on following Shelby County compliance, making it easy to access legal documents and fill out information that is needed to attend these events, and ensuring all businesses and vendors that are attending are under compliance. It also allows for vendors and organizers to post temporary work applications so that you can find temporary workers for these events. And also it provides quantitative metrics so that you know what events are worth your time.
So the key features, so we integrated with belt maps to show a map of the current active events in the city. We have some event templates for beer night, pop-up shops, food truck rallies, and business mixers. We also have a QR code ticketing system for seamless attendee registration, collaborative event creation with business partnerships, workflows, and real-time event discovery with category filtering.
Hello, everyone. So what we need to kind of do is our app not only is catered towards the city officials, but it's like a business toolkit for vendors as well as the citizens as well. We want to implement like a fast Texas handshake type of contracts, which can be done quickly. We want to be compliant with the legal requirements. We want to enable Memphians to have like a quicker and tax efficient 1099 contract arguments, as well as we want to have like a city filing. If you are a different type of vendor and you need alcohol or other licensing, we want to enable that as well. If you have a valid license and city officials like cops or anyone else wants to check the license, we are also enabling QR code validation systems for them. What we want is to collaborate and like work with different partners and make sure that they are able to utilize our system and foster our business network in local community.
So the business value proposition is that it eliminates physical legal paperwork and advertising. Cross promotion between the vendors helps generate revenue streams, and which in turn leads to sustainable business networks and benefits established, and it helps upcoming entrepreneurs. So this is our tech stack, and you can try it out through scanning the QR code.
So this is our website. We're currently hosting this on Google GCP. We're able to browse events. We also have popular events, nearby events, and we also show that heat map that we were showing. And then you could also click and go on that location. This is all integrated with BigQuery, so you could integrate it with the Memphis system. Then we have sorry, it's on full screen, guys. So then we have events here. We already have some pre-generated tags here, and you could also find information about those events, who's hosting those events, and active partnerships at those events. Alongside there, we also have our gigs. We got to share the bread, guys, and vendors can show and put jobs on there. Alongside that, you're probably wondering, how do we have access to this as a user? We have our business tools, right? So we have a whole suite around here. So we have our Texas handshake and our 1099 contract, where we could also preview that contract information that's being filled out. Now we could go back here. We could also do our beer and alcohol, event permit, and business registration. And then you're like, oh, how do I want to view this information? Well, we also have a profile. Here inside the profile, you could have your information as a user, and then also your business information alongside active partnerships and permits and license that could be viewable to the city officials in case you're at an event, right? And let me just close all these out. And then for all my people out there, we also have language, dale, all right? And like all good websites, this also works on mobile too, so That's it, guys. If you guys want to try it out.
So I think one of the things that gives us a lot of pride in Memphis is the fact that we are a community with a lot of homegrown businesses. We have over 130,000 locally grown businesses. And what is the one thing a small mom and pop shop does not have is time. They don't have time to go through hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of pages of documentation to figure out how they can partner with the city. So that's where we made Contract Compass. Unfortunately, right now it's just Impact, not Impact Squared, because my teammate is unable to join me. But we built this with the vision of solving three problems. So keep it simple to solve three problems that new vendors have incorporating or collaborating with the city. One is creating business profiles, creating a profile where the city can remember you and can have an understanding of what specializations or services you offer. The two and the main focus of this specific project was to make it easier for a new business to figure out what codes they fall under regarding the city. And that document, if you look through it, is 225 pages long. And yes, I had to go through all of those. And the third thing is it allows a new vendor, upcoming business, to figure out what contracts currently exist within the city that open that match with the focus or the tools or the services a specific business is offering. So here's a quick demo. So you start, and this is on right now it's a standalone page, but it can be integrated with other softwares based on purpose. So you briefly can describe, or you can go into as much detail as you want for the sake of time. It's fairly brief. You give the main services, what you specialize in, and other details. And then what it does, it goes and generates, helps you in the future. This can be expanded, but it helps because right now it's like it's a prototype, so it helps in generate a profile. As you can see, so what it'll do is it'll take all of this information, it'll use the lovely power of large language models to then help generate that initial profile. So this is one profile that then the city can save and have on deck for future services. And the main thing it provides is so here just taking you through the next steps. It provides you with the service code, so you don't have to go through 225 pages. This is what services and businesses were having to do. You no longer have to do that, and it also matches you with current contracts that exist related to the route. So if you go on, this is the government website there where it has postings for all the open contracts. And here you can see it filter them based off the concrete service that it's providing to allow them to kickstart their business right away. So that's what's new. There's two main things here. Is the platform where you can generate profiles and then find the codes that you need to be in within the constraints of city codes, and then match you with open contracts so you can get started right away. The other thing is we took that a big part of this was you take the community codes and we turned it into a CSV format, which allows you to then now build further applications based off that data, because something like a PDF is not very easy to build applications off of. And so in the future, what I hope we can do with this is we can fine tune the profile builder to be in more in sync with what the city and the information the city needs from a business, and they can store this profile then for future matches when new opportunities come up, so they don't have to go searching for new vendors. And the third would be to add more tools to improve the holistic application. This helps one aspect of the application where now a new business or a new vendor no longer has to go searching for through it was over like 8,000 different codes, and now the codes are given to them. And that is Contract Compass. Thank you very much.
There we go. All right, let's get right to it. I'm going to introduce you all to Memphis's next bridge between its public interest and its private businesses. If you are an entrepreneur or a small business owner, then you already know how the saying goes. You got to spend money to make money, right? But if you have ever ventured into RFP proposals and working with the city government, you might agree more with my version of the saying.
You gotta do a little bit more than that. So if this resonates with you, that's what the problem here we're gonna alleviate today. So walk with me. All right, here's our challenge. We got a lot of insights and anecdotal data from some city representatives this weekend, which we're thankful for. And what that boiled down to were three things for me: complexity, compliance, and human capacity. Last night I checked the portal and there's 8 open RFP proposals in the city, and at least 2 of them had proposals with at least 50 to 60 pages. Now, if we're talking about the funnel of potential vendors, some people just walked out the door right there, baby me. But let's just say I persevered. And all those words and all those places to sign, I start to read through it, but there's still missing vital information that I need to decide whether or not I can do this job. So I go there and ask, and that's going to take more time. People are going to fall out of the funnel. And lastly, and maybe the worst case scenario, in my opinion, I finished that proposal, but I missed a couple lines and I realized that, if I'm going to be doing this, I don't actually have the certifications or the licenses that you need to do this for the government. So I spent all that time wasted, and someone had to check my proposal and spend their time too. So who does that impact? That's going to impact our time. That's going to impact the number of actual vendors that we get, the opportunity cost there, and then the public perception of the city as a business and economic hub. So what are we going to do about that? This is my answer. What I think we need is clarity and common language as quickly as possible before we even get started. Because those things are important, and we do need a lot of those restrictions and regulations, but we don't need them right away, right? So let me introduce you to the Memphis Better Business Qualifier, or the BBQ rather. We're going to talk about these 3 main features today, at least. Our AI summaries, we're going to use large language models for what they do best. We're going to process a lot of language. We're going to do that enabled by AI. And we're going to extract and organize some of those action items in documents that we may use and may need to even move forward with this presentation. And we're going to break that down into subtasks, whether or not they're explicit in the documents or not. We're going to use AI to break those down. And lastly, we're going to improve the user experience, and most importantly, what once was a single intimidating PDF that you got to start, if you were a vendor, now you're going to have a synopsis and something that you can use to drive decisions on whether or not to go and what you need to do to go. So this is a real life RFP. This is one of the ones that is in the portal. And like I said, I didn't lie to you. It's 60 pages, or maybe some people are saying 30 front and back. But either way, it's a lot. So that's enough dilly-dallying. Let's bring out the BBQ, all right? So let's do this. We already got it up over here. So as you can see, it's mobile friendly, but what we're gonna do is we're gonna take that PDF that I just talked about, and I'm gonna save some time here. I already downloaded it. We're gonna open, analyze that proposal. We're gonna move a little bit quicker. So as you can see, we've got a portal, or we've got a dashboard with our actions, with some steps to complete, some vital information that we need to know to move forward with this, or whether or not we can, action steps, and documents that you may be able to submit. Now, we just did that in like 5 seconds, and we use AI. So what do we need to do? To check it, right? How are you going to do that? We're going to open up this page here, and we're going to see where this information came from. Where did this statement come from? It came from section 3.3 on page 18. You can go check that. And so whether or not you're using my portal or not, if you're going to use AI to process a lot of language, make sure you check it. So moving on, what are some key features we just learned about here? We talked about a precise source citation. It's mobile friendly and it's scalable. Now, if we could just pick up a full app and drop whatever the city is using immediately, we wouldn't even be up here talking. So this tool is designed to grow as the city's capacity to use it does, as they drop old tools and gain new ones. And bi-directional use cases. This can be used to either verify RFPs before they go out to answer some of those questions, or to simplify it for business users. So future forward updates, I'm gonna skip. And so how was this hacked? This is a React app, and it's being powered by Google Gemini. I'm a Pixel user, Pixel guy right now, but it's a large language model. So a lot of anything else can really do what this is doing. We're just using language, and it's AI assisted development to get that done. So yeah, one last thing I'm gonna say, I'm gonna save you time by saving your language. You already know how to say try Memphis barbecue. So you got another reason to say it. Thank you very much.
Cool. Good afternoon, hackers and judges. My name is Victor Vega.
Marcus Kelly.
And we are the Memphis Business System, saving yourself time, energy, and money. So what are some challenges that our local businesses face? Well, we can start with the complex onboarding process. Be confusing, especially as a first timer starting up a business. It's really time consuming and just a headache overall. But outside of that, you lack visibility. How can we be seen? How can you be heard? Once you get your business operating running, it's very difficult to find clients as well as find contracts. And after that, the tracking. How are we able to track this to see our business's growth, to see it prosper and thrive? So we came up with TMBS. Our solution is to help Memphis business register, grow, and win government contracts faster and easier than ever before. With our smart onboarding, step one, register your business. After we fill out the compliance checks, then we can help build a profile for your business. So building that foundation, not only do we want to help register, but we want to make sure you start off on a strong start. Of course, opportunity alerts. Be alerted. Many times you don't even know when or how to find contracts. So powered through our AI, we match your business with contracts inside the city, and it makes the flow simple and easier than ever before. And our closeout tools, like I mentioned, tracking is very important when you want to grow and build and scale your business. So powered through our AI, we make that simple and easier than ever before. So let's look at it, what it looks like. No complex navigation, simple as Marcus Kelly building a profile with us. And Kelly wants to register his business, MKEs. It's a food truck. So establishing the date, owner name, address, and phone number. Simple information to get you started. So once we get the information and we submit, we then can, oh, so Kelly doesn't have a licensing. No worries. We can find a link or local partners here in the city to get you that right licensing. Cool. Now let's look up. It's how we can all get involved. Once we partner up and figure out what type of business you have, we then partner you up with organizations inside the city so you can partake in their programs and their services to grow and scale your business as well. So from building to growing and scaling, the one-stop shop at TMBS. So I know we're only 2 days in, 3 days in, but we're looking to the future. Can we scale it? Can you make profit? Absolutely. Even at a free rate, you get those essential keys to build and grow your business. And as you pay the growth plan at $25 a month, more features, and of course, at our enterprise plan, $99 a month for bigger and stronger businesses as you grow and scale. But your business can get there too. So what's the impact? Well, for businesses, it's just easier access to city contracts and support programs, helping build a strong ecosystem here inside our city. And for the city, of course, finally, an easy way to monitor and track a business. No more headaches, no more confusion. And for Memphis and for all, a thriving, connected business ecosystem that supports growth and inclusion. Yeah, we are the TMBS, saving yourself time, energy, money. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Good afternoon. My name is Marilyn, and I am an AI enthusiast. I like to call myself.
Hi, you guys. I'm Jabari Jared. I'm a small business owner. I'm a freelance coder, and I do a lot of other things as well. But I don't think this is the place to tell you guys everything that I do.
My name is Tamika Stanley. I'm Principal Consultant of Effective New Creative Solutions here in Memphis.
And we, as Thrive 901, we have a problem that we're trying to address. And the problem is that I've been going on our supplier portal for a long time now. And every time I never hear anything back from the city of Memphis when I try to become a vendor. And that's a problem. So what I did was I went back to try to make sure I was at the right website. So I went there and it says right here to register to become a supplier. So I know I'm at the right link. So even if I want to go around that, I will go to our supplier, the main site, and it got attention up here like it's a problem. Then you got to come here. So we created a company that will address all those issues.
Right now, becoming a vendor for the City of Memphis isn't user-friendly. City's iSupplier system assumes that you're already ready, but there's no tool that actually gets you ready. Small businesses, especially new, minority-owned, veteran and women-owned businesses may not know what forms, certifications, NICS codes they need. Like Jabari, they hit a wall.
So Thrive 901, it bridges that readiness gap. It's a digital portal that walks Memphis businesses like us step by step through city requirements, their licenses, W-9s, and all of that. It calculates a readiness score and it shows what's missing and it links directly to the city supplier portal. So once they get there, they're prepared and we have no type of hiccups.
Businesses answers guided questions to build their profile. Thrive 901 automatically classifies their services, uploads their documents, and generates pre-filled city forms and capability statements. Then, using our matching engine, they can see current RFPs and even find local partners to team with for larger contracts.
All right, so the city uses this software, and like she said, it's not user friendly. So I created this app when we all agreed that it was not user friendly. So we come here, the business. This is a screenshot. The business comes here and they can register. They can upload their documents, such as their W-9, their insurance documents, and it will scan their information and it will pre-fill the so they wouldn't have to spend as much time with the application process. And that's what we come and have those hiccups. So
It ensures that the city receives complete, qualified vendor submissions and help local entrepreneurs join the contracting ecosystem faster, efficient, and at a scalable way. Remember, Memphis has over 130,000 businesses, small businesses. If just 10% become a vendor, then that means we can expand our ability to keep Memphis dollars here in Memphis. Our goal, again, is to expand readiness scoring and partnership, matching across Shelby County. And hey, you never know, maybe statewide. We'll integrate directly with the city's procurement systems to make sure that readiness data flows automatically. Thrive 901 is how we turn to be ready into get ready and keep Memphis dollars again here in Memphis.
And here's a quick demo of our app. So when the user comes to the app, they will automatically come to the homepage, which we have an AI assistant and we have prompts here available. For the average person, they don't even know what they're doing. So they have questions they can ask or they can ask directly for the AI assistant. So if once they figure out where they're trying to go, they can get city ready. And this is where we go to get city ready.
Hold on, can I ask you a question? So you mean to tell me at Thrive 901, I can come get city ready. While I'm getting city ready, if I have any problems, I can come down, ask to speak to an AI agent. And it's going to assist me right there.
Absolutely.
I need you to take your finger off there, please.
And then right here, we can upload the documents and they will scan them and pre-fill. Got it?
Yeah, I have a couple more questions. And you also, I can give, oh, we're done. Okay.
Thank you so much.
Thank you guys for having us here today. My name is Jacqueline. I am a subject matter expert tracking in Elite. Also with me is Pierre Knox. He is the application. Okay, my name is Jacqueline. I am subject matter expert in contracting with Team Elite. I'm here today with Pierre Knox, the application developer, and also Dominique Branch. She is the web and application designer. And we also have Christina, our Memphis ACE AI assistant. I'm coming to you today as a person who has a very unique juxtaposition in dealing with contracting. I was a former contract specialist with the City of Memphis and the federal government. I'm also a former business owner, so I understand the nuances of seeking and securing contracts with the government in general. So what we have today is an innovative application that has been created to assist business owners with doing business with the City of Memphis. In this application that we have designed, it will address various things. Okay. It will address various things to help business owners navigate the process of securing contracts with the federal government. It will provide vital information as far as statistics that will help them prepare their bids. It will also provide analytical information for contract administrators that will help them put together solicitations from the very beginning of issuing the solicitation through the closeout of the contract. I'm sorry, like we've lost our picture here. Okay. Some of the key features of this platform is the integration that we have. The platform is designed to tie in with the live databases with various agencies, especially the City of Memphis, where you can find RFPs, RFQs in real time. You'll be able to see open bids, closed bids, and get statistical information that can help you going forward for business owners. It's completely integrated. We have an artificial intelligence agent that works with the platform that will help you guide you along the way for ease of use and just pretty much providing all the guidance that a business owner would need, especially a new person. So here, here's an example of our AI agent. And so she's able to provide anything you ask her. As you can see, any unique questions you have pertaining to contracts, you can ask her that. She'll give you that in real time. And he's going to just do a little live.
No.
It's not going to show? Okay, well, I'm sorry. Again, okay. So in summary, we have the program is called Memphis Access Contracts Easily, or better known as Memphis ACE application. And it is a program designed with artificial intelligence guiding it to help business owners navigate the process of securing contracts easily. And it also provides information for the business owner, end user, and the contract administrators. And it's pretty multifaceted and cross-functional. It takes into consideration everything associated with the process as far as those that are issuing the solicitations and those that are bidding through those that are awarded the contract and completing the contract through closeout. With that being stated, I'll close out now. Thank you for having us here. And we are Team Elite. Thank you.